Hi, we're ready to move on, guys. We're going to move from Adobe Photoshop to Adobe Illustrator. This is Adobe Illustrator. It looks remarkably similar to Adobe Photoshop. This is Adobe Photoshop. The primary difference between Photoshop and Illustrator can actually be sort of best understood when you think about pixels of color. So let me zoom in. I've drawn two heart shapes exactly the same. And if you zoom way in Photoshop, you see the pixels of color, little boxes that are each colored in this red color. When all those pixels come together, they create this shape, the heart shape. Illustrator actually doesn't do it the same way. This is what's called either a bitmap or a raster graphic. Illustrator uses what's called a vector graphic. So when you zoom in on the vector graphic way far, you don't see those same pixels of color. I'm at 64,000%, and I still just see a straight line. I could zoom in even farther. I think I can, maybe. I don't know if I can zoom in. No, that's as far in as I can zoom. And I see just a nice straight line. I just back off, way back out, too far. It still looks exactly the same. That's because this is what's called a vector graphic. And if you think about the word vector, you probably have heard it in your math class. A vector graphic uses mathematical formulas to generate the lines that make the shapes. So pixels aren't necessarily involved in a vector graphic. So rasters or bitmaps have basically a grid pattern, and the computer remembers where each little box of color goes. Vectors, it's like when you use a graphing calculator. The computer is remembering the slopes and angles and lines and things like that to make this shape. If I wanted to alter a vector graphic, I could click on it with what's called the direct selection tool, which is the white arrow, and I can move these things called anchor points. I click on an anchor point, it changes the vector graphic. These things that stick out from the anchor points are called handles. If I move the handle, it changes the vector graphic. I'm having trouble grabbing the handle. There it goes, changes the vector graphic. To alter the Photoshop, to alter the bitmap, I can't do that. There is no white arrow. There is no direct selection tool. All I can do for this is alter the pixels, like erasing some of them or painting in some extras or, changing it that way, trying to recreate what I had. This is just adding or subtracting pixels of color, but with the vector, moving these lines around, this is the vector again, moving these lines around changes the mathematical formula that makes the shape. So what I'd like you to start with today is in Illustrator. Make sure you're in Illustrator, by the way. It's right there. It's got this kind of orangish AI tile right next to it, Adobe Illustrator. Start yourself a new artboard. Just go to File and New. And you'll see that there's letter. Letter is a pretty popular size. I flip my letter sideways just because I think it's easier to see. And I want you to take some shapes. So I've got rectangle, rounded rectangle, polygon, and star. And the flare tool, which is really weird, and we're not going to learn much from that today, but we will play with it later. So if you draw a shape, I've just drawn a circle, take the white arrow and see what you can do with these handles right here, these anchor points right here. You click and move the anchor point with that white arrow, what happened? You click and move the handle with that white arrow. What happened? Also, if you put your finger on the Alt key on your keyboard and then move the handle, is it different? What happens? Move some things around, and I'll pause this video for a little while, and you should pause too and let yourself sort of explore that. So take about 5 minutes and move around some of these handles and some of these anchor points. On my page, I have a lesson in the pen tool, and it's going to be the first thing you do with Illustrator. So when you download it, you'll select it and open it right up. And even though it's a PDF, it opens perfectly in Illustrator. What you're going to do with this pen tool lesson is use this right here. This is the pen tool. If your toolbar is in one row like this, it's the fifth thing down. If it's in two rows like this, it's on the third line. Don't get the curvature tool, get the pen tool. The pen tool is going to be something where you can set up the stroke and fill color. Now, if I hadn't talked about the stroke and fill, the stroke and fill color are pretty self-explanatory. Let me just set up a good stroke and fill so you can see what I'm talking about for just a moment. So I've got a red fill and a blue stroke. That's what it looks like when there's a red fill and a blue stroke. So for this particular instance, I want you to have no fill. See that little red stripe across the box there? That means nothing. So that's going to be no fill. And it says in the lesson you should have a red stroke. You may choose a different color, but try to choose something that's not black or gray so I can see it very well. And in the lesson, it also says, my gosh, what size does it say to go with? It says to go with a 4-point red line. Got it. So right here where it says stroke size, you're going to pull it down to 4 points. Red, no fill. That is going to give us lines that are beautiful, beautiful, like, pardon me, like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to just pick a set of these lines and we're going to click and let go. And what that does is it makes my first anchor point. And then with my mouse buttons all unpressed, I'm going to come over here and make my second anchor point and let go. And that's going to make me a 4-point line. And the next thing I'll do is create my second 4-point line. So my brain, I want to go over here and just start from the beginning again, but that makes a zigzag shape. I don't want a zigzag shape. So how do we fix that? We start here and let go, and we click here and let go. Now, to clear that line off, to finish it up, you have to get it to let go of that line. So in order to get it to let go of that line, you'll push your finger down the Alt key on your keyboard and click off to the side somewhere. So Alt and click. So click, let go, click, let go, put your finger on Alt and click a third time and it lets go of that line. Click, click, Alt click. Click, click, Alt click. I'm not doing the best job right now because I haven't shown you the trick about keeping them perfectly horizontal. Click, click, Alt click. You're going to do a pretty significant number of these lines on this page. And if you want to get them to be perfectly horizontal, perfectly vertical, or at an absolutely perfect math class, perfect 45-degree angle, you're going to hold down the Shift key when you make your second click. That. You click here to begin it, and you hold down the Shift key, and it goes perfect straight 45-degree angle. Then Alt click off to the side, and it lets go to start fresh. Click, hold down Shift, click, let go, Alt, click. So what I'd like for you guys to do is a pretty significant number of these lines. If you do about half the page, I'll come around and give you a grade for that. And then I'll know that you know how to use the pen tool. If you make mistakes, you can do Edit Undo or Control Z. There is no history panel like you have in Photoshop. The history panel is not a thing here. You can just do multiple undos, multiple redos. And once you have that, you can move on to the next one. And we'll talk about that as a class. So show me about half of this done, and that's your grade today. Thanks.